Welcome to Fightmaster Yoga, where it's not about the pose and you don't have to be perfect. Hi, I'm Leslie Fightmaster. Let's begin sitting up nice and tall. Take some deep breaths. Close your eyes. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Today, the class is Hatha Yoga to magically feel your best and be joyful. We'll stretch the shoulders, practice Warrior One, do some twists, some core strengthening. Remember to practice gently and with compassion for your body and your mind. Let your eyes softly blink open. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Turn your palm back. Take it toward the upper back, and with your left hand, spin the tricep in toward your face. Take your left hand to the elbow, or you could also take the left arm out and behind your back, holding on to your shirt or holding on to the other hand. Breathing here, keep that right elbow pointed up toward the sky as your left elbow rolls back. The chilly sunset at the beach today. So I got my big puffy vest on, but I'll have to take it off halfway through because I got too warm. Take another breath here, allowing your shoulders to stretch. And then release. Sweep both arms up as you inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms back down. Left arm up, palm facing the back of the mat. Take it towards your upper shoulder. With your right hand, spin that tricep in, and then take the right hand to the elbow, the left elbow, and you can keep it there the whole time, or take your right arm out to the right and sweep it behind you, holding on to your shirt or holding on to the left hand. Try and roll the right shoulder back as you keep pointing the left elbow up toward the sky. And sit up tall and breathe, making sure that your rib cage doesn't pop out and that your lower back isn't arching. So keep your belly pulled in and up, and that will help keep your spine long. Keeping the breath nice and steady as you release. Sweep the arms out, around, and up. Inhale. Exhale, bring them back down. Roll your shoulders back and back and back. Come forward onto your hands and your knees. And then stretch back into Child's Pose. Take long breaths here as you press your hands gently forward toward the front of the mat. Your hips will stretch back. Now sweep the hands at the low back, interlacing your fingers or hooking your thumbs. Inhale, start to lift the arms gently. Keep a softness in the elbows so that they don't start to bother you. And use your breath to compassionately open your shoulders. Remember, kindness and compassion begins with how you treat yourself. Releasing the hands. Stretch them forward again for a breath, pressing into the mat with the base of the fingers. Firming the muscles, and then sweep them back again, hooking the other thumb on top or the other pinky. Take a breath in as you exhale. Gently begin to lift the arms toward the sky, allowing your breath to open the shoulders gently. Now inhale, come on up, taking the arms forward again. And then up onto the knees. Turn your inner elbows gently forward to spin the triceps back. Tuck the toes for down dog, keeping the knees soft. Stretch through your spine and then begin to gently start to bicycle your legs, bending one knee and the other. The arms shoulders distance apart, the feet hips width. Spread your fingers, press down into the base of your fingers, but lift up through your forearms. Stretch back, straightening the knees as much as they will. If they are straight, firm the legs. Gaze between the knees or the feet as you keep your breath steady and calm. Ujjayi pranayama. Little constriction in the back of the throat. Ripple the spine forward to plank. Take your knees down, or you're welcome to keep them up if you wish. Crown of the head reaching forward. Belly's lifted. Lift the pelvic floor muscles as well. Holding here. Breathing. But still find some ease and comfort. Exhale. Back to down dog. Keeping a little bend in the knees if that feels better on your hamstrings. I almost forgot what they're called. The backs of your thighs. Let your head hang. You can move your head, releasing the neck if you like. And inhale again. Bring yourself to plank pose, shoulders above your wrists. And again, breathing here. If the legs are off the ground, then firm the leg muscles, lifting the backs of the knees up toward the sky. And make sure to engage those belly muscles and the pelvic floor. Exhale, floating back to down dog, knees bent or straight. Draw in through the lower belly. Draw the low ribs in as you breathe steadily. Take another breath here. Next inhale again to plank pose. So pressing and widening through your upper back. Pressing it away from the earth, but then bring your chest forward at the same time widening your collarbones. As you practice, you become stronger in your body and more flexible, but also in your mind. Stretch back again into your down dog. And remember, child's pose is always an option. In fact, let's take one, almost one right now, but instead sit back on your heels, or you can sit with your shins crossed so you can circle your your wrists. Oh my goodness. Can't remember the names of body parts today, apparently. So press the palms together and then reach the fingertips up and then down and around. So palms together, then backs of hands together and around. As they move all the way up, you can turn your head up to watch your hands. Pause at the top and then start going the other direction. So palms touch, then backs of hands, making circles as you move back down. It's a nice little wrist stretch. Now coming onto your forearms, interlace your fingers, elbows no wider than shoulders. Tuck the toes for dolphin. As you press into your forearms and your elbows, lift your shoulders up toward the waist and press more into your forearms than your elbows so your elbows don't start to get sore. So keep widening through the shoulders. Lifting the shoulder blades towards your waist. Firm the legs if you can straighten them. And draw your lower belly in and up as well as your pelvic floor. The more you engage belly and pelvic floor, the lighter your body becomes. It just feels lighter. Take the knees down, child's pose. So anytime you want a child's pose, you take it, you push pause, and then you can come back when you're ready. Looking forward. Again, interlace the fingers, or this time if you'd like, press the palms down onto the mat so they're parallel. Make sure again the shoulders are no wider than the elbows, and if your palms are flat, you might try facing your thumbs up to the sky so that your outer upper arms will rotate back, and then try and keep that as you press your palms down and press a little extra into the thumb first finger sides of the hands and the inner wrists and forearms. Remember lifting the shoulders away from the mat and widening across your shoulders. Now looking forward, we'll step the feet back for Dolphin Plank. I bet you knew this was coming. You can keep your feet hips width apart or step them together. Squeezing outer hips and inner thighs. Reach the crown of your head forward as your heels go back. You can take the knees down also, or lift the hips up. Makes it a little bit easier as well. Keep your breath steady. You are doing great. It's not going to be much longer, just a few more breaths, so stay with it if you can. And then lower onto your belly and rest. Forehead resting down, or you can take one ear down to rest. As you rest here, let everything go for a moment. Just surrender. And then inhale onto your forearms. Let your shoulders come up around your ears and then draw them back and down for Sphinx Pose. Lengthen your sitting bones toward the backs of your knees. Pull your belly in. Breathe. As you continue your practice, your inner light brightens more and more. So keep breathing, moving, practicing every day if you can. Release down, let your forehead come down or the other ear. Remember, 45 minutes is not necessary for every day, but it is nice to lengthen your practice sometimes. But 10 minutes a day is better than no yoga. So getting on your mat daily will really change your life. Bring your shoulders up, back, and down again as you're back to your forearms for Sphinx Pose. Make sure all 10 toenails are pressing into the mat. Lengthen your sitting bones toward the backs of your knees. Steady breath. Option to lift the elbows off the ground, which will intensify the stretch. So if it hurts your back, don't do it. Continue to lengthen your sitting bones towards the backs of your knees here. Keep your belly lifted and then lower down. Let everything go. Relax everywhere. Let your whole body be heavy a moment. Slide your hands by your low ribs for Cobra. Peel the chest up. Maybe all the way into up dog. Thighs and knees off the mat, shoulders above your wrists, and then stretch again into down dog. Keeping the knees soft if that feels better, or bicycling the legs some more if you'd like. Breathe here. Continue to gently lift your lower belly and your pelvic floor muscles as you stretch out through the spine. Look forward and walk your feet all the way to the hands. As you inhale, bring hands to shins, lengthen the spine, flat back. Keep it long as you fold, but let your knees bend, if they like. Feet are either together or hip socket distance apart, but make sure the outer edges of your feet are parallel. Inhale again, halfway lift, hands on shins, and then hands to hips. Come all the way to standing. So again, big toes together, heels slightly apart, or feet hip socket distance apart, outer edges parallel. Firm your legs, find your center. Inhale, sweep the arms out, around, and up, looking up gently if you wish. And then exhale, lean over to your right side, shifting the hips to the left. You can clasp your hands or keep your arms shoulders distance. Reach up, inhale, palms facing in toward one another. And exhale, reaching over to the other side. Stretching through the side body. Try and keep your hip points faced toward the front of the mat. Inhale, back to center, stretching up. Exhale, sweep the arms down. Now turn the toes out as wide as the mat. Start to bend your knees. Take your hands onto the knees. You can stay with the hips in line with the heels, or you can start to let them lower. If it hurts the knees though, stay higher. Palms touch at the heart center. And make sure the knees and toes are pointed in the same direction. So if you can do this with the toes face forward and the knees face forward, that's fine too. It's a great one to stretch out your low back. Waiting for the train pose. Not really, it's called Malasana. Take your right hand down, inhale, left arm up. Option to wrap your right arm around your thigh and your left hand behind your back to clasp or hold your shirt. Rolling the top shoulder back. Give your leg a gentle squeeze. Inhale back to center. And then we'll do the other side. Left hand down, right arm up. Option to wrap behind your back. Giving that leg a gentle squeeze as you roll your top shoulder open. Looking toward the sky, unless it bothers your neck. Coming back to center, palms touch. Take your hands to the mat as you start to straighten your legs, and then grab your opposite elbows, walking your feet to hip socket distance. And let your head just hang down. Continue gently rocking side to side as I take off my puffy vest. Your belly pulled in. If the legs are straight, shift the hips above the heels. Now hands to hips. Inhale, come on up. Take your feet hip socket distance apart. Outer edges parallel, so toes point in just a tiny bit toward one another. And step your left foot back. Keep your hips pointed to the front of the mat. The left toes face the front left corner of the mat. Inhale, sweep your arms out, around, and up. As you exhale, take them out to shoulder height. Roll your shoulders forward a little bit so you can press your palms or fists together behind you, and then roll them back. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, hinging forward at your hip creases for Parsvottanasana. Pull the right hip back gently so your hips stay level. Press into the big toe mound of your right foot and press your calf to your shin. Make sure to soften at your knee joints, but firm those muscles on those legs. Gazing toward the big toe. You can stay as you are or take fingertips to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, coming deeper, perhaps walking your hands back towards your back foot, turning fingertips toward the back of the mat. Pull your right hip back. Keep those hips nice and level. Lengthen the neck. Walk your hands forward. Inhale. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale all the way up. Step your feet back to hip socket distance apart at the front. Then turn your right toes to the right just a tiny bit, and then step the right foot back. Line up heel to heel or wider so you can square up hips and shoulders to the front. Take your arms out to shoulder height, and then reach them up, out again. Roll the shoulder heads forward, press your fists or palms together behind you. Open the chest, inhale, look up. Hinge from the hip creases, exhale to come forward. Try and keep rolling your shoulder heads away from the mat. As you pull your left hip back, imagine you've got a yoga block or a rolled up towel between your inner thighs and you're holding it there so it doesn't fall. And lift your pelvic floor muscles and pin your outer hips towards center. Stay there or release fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stay or walk the hands toward the back foot, fingers facing the back of your mat. Breathe here. Keep the neck long. Relax around your shoulders and your jaw. Walk your hands forward, bring hands to hips, and inhale all the way up. Step your feet back to the front, hip socket distance apart. So turning the left toes out, step your left foot back once again, heel to heel or wider. pull your right hip back. Start with the front leg straight and then bend it a little. Pull the right hip back again. Send the left hip forward. Keep the outer edge of the back foot grounded down, and then just little by little bend that knee, pull the right hip back. Now reach your left arm forward. Inhale, stretch it up by the ear. Add the right arm, warrior one. So warrior one I thought was super easy. I didn't see any difference between warrior one and two except for taking the arms up instead of out. But what I found was that we're trying to square our hips toward the front of the mat. It made it a whole new pose, a lot harder than I thought it was. So if you find it difficult, you're not alone. Straightening your right leg, inhale. Exhale, slowly sinking in. And then interlace your fingers or hook your thumbs behind you. Look up, inhale, humble warrior as you exhale. So same thing, keep pulling your right hip back, sending your left hip forward, ground down through the outer edge of the back foot, firm that back thigh, spinning the inner thigh back. Let your head be heavy. Breathe, gently letting the shoulders open. Inhale, make your way up. And then we'll step the feet back together, but hip socket distance apart still. Turn your right toes out to the right, step your foot back, and then heel to heel or wider. If your hips are tight, go wider than heel to heel. So start to bend your left knee as you pull the left hip back and send the right hip forward, hands on hips. So you can physically pull the left hip back with your left hand, send the right hip forward. Now reach your right arm forward, and that will help to keep your hips level. Reach it up. Reach the left arm up as well. Make sure the knee is above the ankle. You don't have to sink so low, but lengthen through your lower back and spin your back inner thigh toward the back of your mat. Stretch through arrow straight arms. Keep your belly lifted and your pelvic floor engaged. That's going to help a lot. So I said we try to square the hips to the front. Slowly straighten the front leg, rebend it, interlace the other pinky or thumb on top, roll the shoulders back, inhale, exhale, bowing forward, humble warrior. Keep that left hip pulling back. Yes, we try to square the hips to the front of the mat, but it really, for 99, probably 0.9% of us, we can't get them totally squared because of tightness in the hips. And that's okay, because we also don't want to overdo it and hurt the back knee. So being mindful of the body always, moving, practicing with compassion. Inhale, come on up. And step your feet back to the front. Outer edges of feet parallel. Feet hip socket distance. Roll your shoulders back and give yourself a hug. And then inhale, arms out to the sides. Give yourself a hug with the other arm on top. Turn to the long side of your mat. Step your feet out nice and wide, wrists above ankles, then point your toes out and sink down with hands above knees. Just rock yourself side to side. Drop your butt down and lift your hip points up. Come to center, sweeping arms up toward the sky. Soften around the neck. Exhale, take the arms out to shoulders distance apart. And then right arm on top of left for eagle arms. As you practice your eagle arms, reach your fingertips up, lift your chest. You can also touch your opposite shoulders if eagle arms are a bit much. Inhale, release the arms, slowly straighten the legs and stretch the arms up to the sky. Exhale, rebending those knees, take your hands on your thighs. And again, gently rock side to side. Pressing down into the heels, drop your sitting bones down. Now take your left shoulder toward the right knee. Inhale, center. Right shoulder toward the left knee. Inhale, center. Again, left shoulder toward right knee. Inhale, center. Left shoulder toward right knee. I think I just said that. Right shoulder toward left knee. Come back to center. Sink the hips down as you reach the arms up. Lengthen through the torso. Bring your arms to shoulder height. Stretch through the fingertips and then left arm over right. For eagle arms. Lift your elbows, widen your chest. You can also touch your shoulders as an option, but don't forget about those legs. Press the knees back as you drop your sitting bones down. Breathe. Just another breath here. Inhale. Release the arms. Slowly straighten the legs. Take your feet to parallel toes in. Inhale, arms out to the sides. Hold the breath. Bend the knees. Step or hop together. And turn back to the front. Tadasana. Feet hip sockets distance apart. Or you can do big toes together. Heels slightly apart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Keep your ribs in. Exhale, hinge from the hip creases. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Always option to take the knees down. Now feet together, we're going to roll to the pinky toe side of the right foot, lifting the left arm up. You can take the right knee down and bring your top hip a little bit forward so hips are level. Pull the belly in, lengthen sitting bones to heels. Your left inner elbow gently turns to the front of the mat, but soften your elbow joint. Crown of the head's lengthening forward. Heels are reaching the opposite direction. Reach your top hand up to the sky. Now bring it to your side. Come to plank pose and lift into down dog. Breathe here for a few breaths. Let your body relax in your down dog. If you want more, push pause and take child's pose. Otherwise, back to plank. Feet together, rolling to the pinky toe side of the left foot, reaching the right arm up. Now bring the top hip a little forward. Remember, you can always bring your bottom knee down. And reach the crown of the head toward the front of the mat. Reach your sitting bones toward your heels. Pull the belly in. Lift your pelvic floor as you breathe. So you're engaging all of your muscles. Bring your top hand down, back to plank. And shifting forward, lower slowly to the mat. Exhale. Bring your hands interlaced at the low back or hook the thumbs. Roll the shoulders away. Inhale, lift into Shavasana. Pull your belly up away from the mat. Press your pubic bone gently down into the mat. Keep the back of your neck long. Breathe into your heart center. And then release and rest. You can rest your forehead down or rest one ear down. Let everything go. Interlace your fingers, other pinky or thumb on top. Roll the shoulder heads away from the mat. Pull the belly in. Lengthen your sitting bones toward the heels. Lift up. Inner thighs spin up toward the sky. Outer hips roll down toward the mat. Stretch, lift, breathe. Release. Take your forehead down or the other ear. Surrender. Let everything go. Now, either do another Shalabhasana or bend the knees, reaching for the little toe sides of the feet. Press the feet up toward the sky and then press them toward the back of your mat. Make sure the knees don't go wider than the hips and continue to lengthen your sitting bones to the backs of your knees and spin your inner thighs up toward the sky. Releasing down, rest, forehead or one ear down, relax. And once again, arms by your sides, lifting into Locust Pose, Shavasana, or bend the knees, reaching for the little toe sides of the feet. Inhale up, pressing feet up and then back. Widening the collarbones, pull the belly in and up, lift the pelvic floor, lengthen sitting bones to backs of knees. Make sure the knees are not going wider than your hips. Release down, rest your forehead or the other ear. Let everything be heavy. Slide the hands by the low ribs, press up onto your knees. Stretch back into Child's Pose. And just relax here. You can have your arms straight or bent. Just let yourself relax. Option to extend the arms forward, press into the base of the fingers so you're stretching out your back a little bit more. Just an option. As you inhale, make your way out of your Child's Pose. And then on the knees, we'll take the hips over to the left, knees to the right. That left foot can rest the sole of the right foot. Right hand behind, left heel, inhale, up, exhale, take it across and twist. As you inhale, sit nice and tall, lengthening. As you exhale, twist, rolling the right shoulder back, gently turning the rib cage and chest. Keep your breath nice and steady and relax the neck and the jaw. Inhale, bring yourself to center. Come back up onto the knees, taking your feet over toward the left and your hips off to the right. And then sitting up nice and tall, left hand behind, right arm up. Inhale, exhale, bring it across and twist. Again, inhale, create length all the way up through the crown of the head, all the way through the spine. As you exhale, maybe gently twisting a bit deeper. This one's called Bara. This is a modified version. We're going to do another version in a moment, but you can do this one again if the other version doesn't work with your knees. Come back up onto hands and knees. Sit your hips between your heels for a moment. Now your right knee bends back with the heel to the outside of the hip. Left leg can come into half lotus if that's a possibility, or put your left foot to the inside of the thigh. Left arm behind the back, right arm across, and twist. As you inhale, again lengthen nice and tall. As you exhale, rolling that shoulder open to twist. Inhale, head to center and release. We'll come back up onto the knees and sitting your hips down. Now, your left leg will come across either in your right leg will come across either in half lotus or to the inner left thigh. The left heel is just to the outside of the hip. Bring the left arm across and your right arm behind your back. Inhale, lengthen tall, and exhale, turning your torso to twist, rolling the shoulder open, perhaps turning the chin toward the shoulder, always moving gently with your breath. Another long breath. Inhale, head to center. exhale, we'll release this into Dandasana. Sitting up nice and tall. Pull the toes back, but press the heels down. Breathing here for a moment. And then sweep the arms up as you inhale. Exhale, hinge from the hips to come forward. Lengthen on your inhale. You can bend the knees if you wish, holding your feet, or hold on to your legs, whatever works. Never matters how deep you get into a stretch, only that you feel a stretch. That's the circulation moving through the body. That's what's important, not how deep. Keep pulling the toes back if your legs are straight. Keep the legs firm. Relax around your neck. Relax the jaw. Breathe. Nice, steady breath. Inhale, lift the head. And exhale, release. Coming up, walk your hands behind you. Bend the knees. Take the feet onto the floor. Fingertips facing front or out to the sides. Lifting to reverse table. Lengthen sitting bones towards backs of knees. Let your head go back if it's okay with it. Otherwise, keep your chin in toward your chest. Breathe here. Now bring your chin in and slowly lower. You can do that one again or extend the legs for Purvottanasana. Same thing, but lifting with the legs straight, pressing the feet down into the mat and lifting. Lengthen your sitting bones towards the backs of your knees. Engage your core muscles a lot. Let the head go back if it's okay with your neck. Breathe. And then chin in, lower down. That's a tough one. I'm going to take Sukhasana, right shin in front of left, or double pigeon, left shin on top of right, with your left knee above your right ankle. And you can stay sitting up or hinge forward. So if you're taking double pigeon, your top knee might be up, and that's fine as long as you feel a stretch. But do line up your top knee above your bottom ankle and your bottom ankle above your top knee or below your top knee. So they line up. And then walk yourself back up. And then we'll switch. So left shin in front of right. Or take your right shin on top of the left. So the ankle is above the knee and the other knee is above the ankle. So that other knee, top knee might come up. That's fine. Sit up nice and tall and breathe. You'll feel a good hip stretch. Or walk the fingers forward and extend forward, hinging at the hips for a deeper hip opener. Keep your ankles flexed. That will keep your knees safe. But it is a pretty deep pose, so sitting with shins crossed is a great alternative. Inhale to walk up. And we'll make our way slowly onto the back. Hug your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg out and twist. And looking over the right shoulder as you breathe here. Turn your belly up toward the sky. Deepen the breath. Your left knee can be bent if that feels better, or it can be straight if that feels okay. Inhale back to center. Hug the left knee in, extending the right leg out. Exhale, take it across and twist. Looking over the opposite shoulder of the knee, turning the belly up toward the sky. Deep, full breaths. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw, your eyes, your forehead. Bring your head to center and bend your knees. Bring them to center. Draw them into your chest. Lengthen the sitting bones toward the ground. And then take the shins away. As you exhale, bring them in. Inhale, shins away, straightening the elbows. Exhale, bend the elbows, draw the knees in. Once again, straightening the arms, knees away. Exhale, draw them in toward the belly, bending the elbows. Take your feet to the mat. Lengthen your sitting bones away from your waist. Draw your shoulder blades away from your ears. If it's cold, cover up with something. Let your feet just flap open, out or in, arms away from your body with your palms up. Rest your head, releasing tension, and just breathing naturally. Our quote today is from Rumi, the Sufi poet. When you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you, a joy. We'll rest here for a few minutes. Quiet mind, quiet body, Shavasana. Right where you are, begin to deepen your breath as you move your hands, your wrists, your toes, your ankles. Take a long stretch overhead. Now bend your knees and roll yourself off to your right. Pause a moment to thank yourself for taking such wonderful care of you, because you are worth it. Absolutely. Use your left hand to come on up, sitting tall, hands together. Bring your hands to your forehead, reminding you to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to heart, reminding you to have clear and loving intentions. And hands to your mouth to remind you to have clear and loving communication, sending out all this wonderful, joyous energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you.
If you enjoyed today's class, try this Hatha Yoga class. A lot of people say they love it. And did you know that today's class is part of my 30-day Hatha Yoga Joy program? To see the whole playlist, click here.